Now, Gary, it is going to just get even messier. So we've got a storm coming, but it's going to be a storm on top of this. Charlottetown, 27 centimeters through today. Halifax saw 7, Sydney 5, so a little bit slushy there for you in Halifax with warmer temperatures. Look at all these colors, a lot of warnings in place. Into Thursday, St. John's is in the freezing rain, so too is the Bonavista Peninsula, but around Buckins and towards Gander, we're seeing close to 20 centimeters of snowfall. So that's the snowfall forecast for you. Also, the snow has already began through parts of New Brunswick for now. Yarmouth, you're going to start to see some mixing, and there is a widespread freezing rain warning in place, including the city of Halifax, and that's where we go right now. And particularly in through Friday, the winds are going to be very strong. Southeast winds will gust close to 100 kilometers an hour in the lee of the Cape Breton Highlands. But also here's this massive system moving through already. Snow is blue, green is the rain, but we're also getting some freezing rain, all marked in this sort of burgundy color, which does include the city of Halifax. Towards Sydney, it is a winter storm watch for you, so that means about 10 to 15 centimeters of snow with all of the winds whipping it around. And then we're also going to get a little bit of rain. So the message is it's messy. It moves through overnight. Thursday is going to be seeing potentially power outages, a big mess, and then it does track into Newfoundland. So be careful of the roads. We'll take you now to where the roads, Gary, were absolutely crystal clear today. That's right, Gary, and we have got a rainfall warning in place, including the Greater Toronto region. Hamilton's included, so too is Windsor. And between Hamilton and Niagara, we're going to see some of the heaviest rain. So that's marked in 30 to 45 millimeters, Toronto, 15 to 30 millimeters there. This will begin tomorrow afternoon in the southwest, and then it tracks towards Toronto. By evening, it will be in Kingston. Now, taking a look at this, there is a provincial flood watch in place. We've got a lot of really high snowpacks. There's going to be a lot of melting. And also be careful of buildings. There could be some ice that fall from those, so just be aware. Also, we have a thunderstorm risk tomorrow. That's how warm it's getting. We'll take you to this shot right here, and Gary, pretty picturesque in Ontario, but foggy. Right, and if you're traveling in extreme northern Ontario, the concern there will be a lot of snow, like Dryden towards Thunder Bay, up to 30 centimeters. Now, with all this active weather coming towards, well, Gary, it's just going to get worse out on the roads, as you mentioned, with the flood watch in place in southern Ontario. These rainfall warnings are going to be really heaviest between Windsor and Sarnia and Hamilton and Niagara, but Toronto is included. The forecast is 25 to 50 millimeters of rain. And I do want to mention that Montreal tomorrow night for you, freezing rain on the way, so a bit of a mess. So the darker green getting more rain. This rain is a big problem because we've got really high snowpacks. Also with the melting, we're going to see some ice off of buildings maybe falling too. It's a clear night tonight. As far as the timing for this is, it begins in the afternoon for Windsor and Sarnia, and then by tomorrow afternoon's commute, it's going to be a mess from Toronto. By the evening, it's in Kingston. Anywhere north, though, north of Cottage Country, it's going to be a snow event. Thunder Bay getting up to 30 centimeters. But really mild enough in the south that we have this risk for thunderstorms. I think this is the first risk that we've had this year so far. So it's a sign of spring, I suppose. But it's going to be a little bit nasty out there. Thursday's 2 degrees in Toronto. Friday will be +5, but that will happen in the morning. We'll take you to this right here, Port Williams, Nova Scotia. Really messy driving conditions. There's more on this on the way. We certainly would, and this is what's already happening. The green is the rain, already moved through Lunenburg, and for parts of New Brunswick, like St. John, you're starting to see that heavy snow. So this just continues through the pre-dawn hours. Anywhere in this darker pink, like Halifax is in freezing rain, so too is Sydney, so 5 to 10 millimeters of freezing rain there. But we've got Inverness County as well as Kings County and a snowfall warning that's 10 to 15 centimeters. Charlottetown getting an additional 10 to 20 centimeters through tomorrow, and then we've got a little bit of rain as well. Let's take you to Buckins, Newfoundland, and Gary, a pretty impressive wintry scene here.
Yeah, the snowbanks are getting out of hand, just ridiculous stuff, but
that's right. And as for St. John's, I do want to mention, heads up for you, you're also going to see freezing rain tomorrow as this system starts to track through Thursday into the afternoon. Now towards Buckins as well as Gander, really heavy amounts of snowfall there. We're getting 10 to 15 centimeters of it. This is what's already fallen, so we're adding to that, and these are the current warnings in play. As Nathan mentioned, we'd like to see your photos and videos.